It's really hard to imagine losing a baby before their first birthday, but it does happen. There are steps, though, to help prevent that. Pediatrician Dr. Scott Cyrus joins us this morning to talk about Infant Mortality Awareness Month. Good morning, doctor.
Good morning. Thank you for having me.
How big a problem is this, especially for here in Oklahoma?
You know, this is a tremendous problem, and what's even greater is that we have a very active part to play in this. We see that, you know, in Oklahoma, we lost 340 babies in 2023, and the problem is that over the last 10 years, it's gone from 6.8 lives per thousand to 7.1, which is up, you know, about 6%. So we're going in the wrong direction, and it's very concerning. So of 1,000 babies, we're losing 7 of them.
Are there ways that you can see, like, are there disparities? Are there reasons? Are there places that people live that make a difference?
There are, you know, when you have less access to prenatal care, when you have less access to physicians in general, how are you taking care of yourself when you're not pregnant, which is extremely important. What are we doing during the pregnancy? Are we exposing our children to alcohol or tobacco or illicit drugs? Those are all areas that we have control of, and we should be able to make a difference in this number.
You've put together kind of a list of the 5 leading causes of deaths, and this was based out of 2023, but I'm sure year after year they're pretty similar. So let's walk through these 4 different points.
Well, you know, you're exactly right. Over the past 2 to 3 years, these parameters have not changed. We're looking at birth defects, we're looking at preterm births and low birth weight infants, as well as the sudden infant death syndrome, unintentional death causes like car crashes, maybe taking your child on a bicycle ride and not putting them in a seat with a helmet and such, and then maternal complications of pregnancy, be it high blood pressure or other things that we have control of.
Monitoring, you know, we talk about that, you know, you talk about prenatal vitamins, you talk about these regular visits. You know, I mean, there's some women that are pregnant, don't even know they're pregnant, wait till the very end of their pregnancy to even begin that thought process. So what are some of the strategies? How do we go about, you know, making a difference and preventing these deaths?
Well, when you look at the first thing we ought to be doing is improving the access to care. We live here in Oklahoma. There's essentially like 3 large cities and a lot of rural area. We need to have physicians in these rural areas that makes the access to care much easier for the mothers. Mothers that are pregnant need to be following the guidelines for the pregnancy. How often do you visit with your physician? Those that are not pregnant need to be keeping up with their adult checks and make sure that when they do get pregnant that they have a good chance to have a regular pregnancy. Education on, you know, pregnancy behaviors. Again, avoiding the tobacco, avoiding alcohol, avoiding illicit drugs. It is just rampant in Oklahoma, the illicit drugs that we expose our unborn child to. And then, of course, the behaviors, once the child is born, what we do as far as safe sleep. There's sleep on their backs. Breastfeeding is best for the baby. Obviously, vaccinating against those vaccine preventable diseases can really help our children. And then, of course, implementing a wide variety of interventions that address that economic and that social disparity. It is very, very easy to do. I mean, it's easy to say, but it's difficult to do. And so we need to really put in programs that place the baby and the mother at the top of the list.
It's a hard topic to talk about, but one I think that's really, really important. And I think if moms and grandmas and family members can be reminded of all of these kind of common sense things, maybe we can change those statistics.
You know, that's very true. And, you know, we have control of this. This is something that's not out of our control, and we can make a huge difference in an infant's life and as they grow up, just by taking some, like you said, very common sense steps and caring for ourselves because you're worth it, and therefore caring for your child.
Dr. Cyrus, we appreciate your time today. Thanks for being with us, and we'll see you again next month.
Thank you very much.